So, what is the objective here? I'm murky.
Remember I said, picture your own kids listening to this 30 years from now. And they're interested in their Nani Stella.
Okay. So 30 years from now.
You know why? Because I'm the oldest.
You are.
And
So it'll be about 2050. 2050, the year 2050. Okay, so let's see. Alright, so let's put some context around it. So you remember the Great Depression,
Oh yeah.
World War II,
Yeah.
the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you had your kids.
Yeah.
The 60s, the 70s, right? And there's a lot of what was going on in the 60s and 70s. Like a lot of civil, a lot of change in the way people.
The hippies.
Yeah, hippies,
you know,
protesters, things like that. And then, so then the 80s and the 90s when you started having grandkids.
Well, how about the presidents? I remember
Yeah.
President
Who was the first? Franklin Roosevelt was
Roosevelt. I
probably in
remember
office.
him.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the next president that came on, Hoover,
Eisenhower too after him.
Eisenhower.
So,
I remember.
okay, so just
From then on, I remember them all. Yeah, I remember when was it the Second World War came on with Japan.
yeah.
When Japan raided
Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor. I remember I was sitting in the car and I heard that come on the radio. We're at war.
What did you do when, after hearing that? Was there you probably
I was too young. I was in my teens.
Okay.
Yeah. And war. We didn't know even. Yeah. Although I went through all those other wars, we never really saw anything.
just what you saw in the papers or heard
Yeah,
on the radio.
Right.
So when you were a kid, what did you look forward to as a kid? What kind of activities or what kind of things did you look forward to?
When I was a kid, like my sister and I, we would go out and play hopscotch and
Okay.
go roller skating and
Okay.
hide and seek, kick the can, all those.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. My sister and I, we were so close, you know.
What sister?
My sister Mary, she was a year older than myself. But she's not living today.
No. I remember her vaguely.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, she used to come over with
Ronnie.
Ronnie, but another sister, Sarah? No.
Anna.
Anna.
Yeah.
They would come visit every once in a while.
Yeah, yeah. They would come and visit.
And I think you used to do their hair, or no?
No.
I remember you used to have the I don't even know what to call it, but you would, after you're done doing hair, you put it on top and it dries the hair. Remember?
The dryer.
Yeah,
The hair dryer.
the hair,
yeah.
but it's like a cone.
Yeah.
Yes, you used to have that.
Yeah, that's how we used to dry our hair in them days.
Yeah, you put up in rollers.
We didn't have the kind of
the plug-in.
the plug-in dryers.
Oh.
So I used to
The blow
have one of
dryers.
those.
Okay.
And of course, Anita was the one that always, did our hair for everybody because that's what she took up in high school.
Oh, okay.
And then she became a hairdresser.
Yeah, you know what? I think in videos that Dad has on that Grandpa took.
Yeah.
And Anita's doing some hair there.
Yeah, that was next door neighbor Vera.
Yes. I remember Vera.
And her daughters, they used to come over all the time to get their hair done.
Now, where did you grow up on? I know it's on the north side.
North side. I always grew up there on the north side. First, we owned a house on State Street.
Okay.
But my father lost that house because of the Depression.
Mm.
You know.
Where did you go from? I mean, how did that
Then
work
my
out?
father, after a few years, he got a good job as a pick and shovel. Roosevelt then started this.
Oh, so
jobs
manual
for-
labor.
Yeah, manual labor for these men. Roosevelt was good. He started a few jobs for these people that couldn't get jobs.
People that weren't working.
Mhm.
What was your father's name?
Joe.
It was Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, boy, they carried on.
Yeah, I
through
sure
this.
did. Yeah. Hopefully, Daniel, if you're listening, you'll take that name and give it to your son.
Yeah, so anyway,
So your father went to work.
yeah, then my
After
father,
State Street.
Yeah, and then he saved some money and he bought another place there on Division Street. We lived
Okay.
on Division Street. And so it was like up on the hill on Division Street.
I know that area pretty well.
Yeah, and that's
It's-
where I got married
Okay.
from that house. And that's where I had, let's see, I had the boy, I had, let's see, Anita. And that's where I had Anita, yeah. Anita
On
was
Division
the-
Street?
The firstborn, yeah,
Okay.
on Division Street. Because I had my own apartment. We had our own apartment in the front of my mother and father's home, and then my father always used to rent that.
Oh, so you weren't living with
No,
your
no.
parents? You
No,
rented
I
the
had
front
our
flat.
own apartment.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Do you remember anything specific about that apartment? Was it like one bedroom, two bed? Did you spend a lot of time in the living room or in the kitchen, or like
well,
what was special about
I,
that place?
that's where Anita grew up for a
Uh-huh.
while until I had the boys,
Okay.
Joe and Anthony. I had the boys there also. So then.
Did you go right
Then
to?
we bought the house
On
on Darlington
Darlington?
Road. Yeah. You hear it?
Oh yeah, you're fine. So, I remember Darlington Road very vividly because just as a kid, spending a lot of time there in the backyard
Yeah.
and sleeping over, and
Mom used to drop us off
yeah,
because she had to work
Yeah.
at the hospital. And,
and Dad was working, of
and
course.
you and Jeff would come and stay with me. And then I'd make the cooking.
Yeah,
dough.
even in the summertime, we'd
Yeah.
make cookie cutouts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love to bake at that time.
I used to I still tell everybody today,
Yeah.
nobody makes cinnamon sugar toast like you. Yeah, like you did.
And and then we made gingerbread.
Yep, gingerbread cookies.
Yeah.
Yes,
And you used to love those.
I did, and because I can still remember some of the cutouts. There was a snowman,
Yes.
and a
nice.
gingerbread man,
Yeah. Wasn't
a
there
bell.
wasn't there a Santa Claus?
Yep, a Santa
It's
Claus.
Santa
Yeah,
Claus.
yeah. He had like the
Yeah.
sack over his
Uh-huh.
his shoulder.
Yeah, we had fun. Though.
Yeah,
We used to
simple
love
stuff.
to
It was.
stay in the kitchen
Yeah.
and
I still do.
cook.
Yeah, now I'm just cleaning.
Yeah. So anyway, but then we used to take walks down to the corner store.
Yep, that Wilson.
Down there,
What was it?
Court.
Yep, what was that called? Wilson's or no? I'm thinking Wilson Farm. But I know where
Yeah.
you're talking about because we used to get ice cream there.
Yeah, yeah. And you used to love to walk down there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you had Dad and Uncle Tony.
Yeah.
Aunt Mary or Aunt Anita.
Yeah.
You moved into Darlington.
Yeah.
What was Papa doing? He was mechanic or owned a garage at that time. You think? Or?
No. At the time, he owned he managed this gas station there on Butternut Street.
Oh yes, I know.
Anita.
Okay.
Anita used to, at 5 years old, she used to walk all the way down Park Street at 5 years old and bring him his lunch every day.
Oh jeez.
She would bring him his lunch, and he used to love pepperoni and eggs sandwiches.
I remember you making that for him even older, as an older person.
He
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, so he and he used to. He even trusted her at that time.
Yeah.
The
Much different.
society was much different than we used to leave our doors open and trust everybody.
Yeah.
You know. And
so now, did you have anything, like we're getting together today? It's a Sunday. Did you have family come over on a Sunday?
oh yes,
or
every Sunday.
how did you manage that between Grandpa's side and your side, or was it everybody all together?
Well, Grandpa's side, we used to have to go there on Sundays too sometimes.
Okay.
When when the boys were small and Anita was growing up, we used to be invited over to her house on Sundays. We used to go there. Then after a while, when I moved to Darlington Road, then I used to, I'd have dinners there.
Yeah.
Anita got married then to John,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's when we used to have more family dinners.
Come over again on a Sunday.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Who spilled something?
Oh, just dirty.
Oh, what did he do?
I don't know, guy decide.
Oh.
Yeah, so anyway, I can remember Grandma wouldn't talk to me for 1 year, Grandma Celino.
Okay.
She would not talk to me for 1 year because I didn't name Anthony after Grandpa
After
Celino.
Papa's father.
Yeah.
After Papa Joe's father.
Yeah, I didn't name Joey, the firstborn, after Grandpa Celino.
Okay.
Because his name was Anthony.
Oh, and Anthony got the second,
So
and the second born was
so
Anthony.
I named Anthony
Yeah.
after my father-in-law, but because he was the second born, he was not the firstborn, they got mad at me and wouldn't talk to me.
Wow, so that was tradition, was to name the firstborn after.
Yeah, that when we.
But how did you get the name Anita? Where did that come from?
She didn't talk to me for a year then too.
You were a rebel. But it worked out beautifully, of course.
Yeah, it didn't after, a long time. We made it.
So how did you come up with Aunt Anita's? First of all, Dad's name, Joe, is after Papa or your father, both?
Your father was named after my father, and Anthony was named after his father.
Okay, and then how about Aunt Anita? Where did...
Anita, that was my idea. I just wanted Anita.
Yeah, you like that name?
I like that name because there was an actress I used to like to see.
What about Aunt Mary Lynn?
Mary Lynn, I named her Mary Lynn, but it was half of my mother-in-law's name.
Oh.
My mother-in-law's name was Mary.
Okay.
And up till today, Mary wants the name Mary and not Marilyn.
Right, she doesn't like the name Marilyn.
And I'm still calling her Marilyn.
Wait, is it Marilyn like Marilyn Monroe, the actress, or is it Mary -Lynn?
Well, it was Marilyn.
Okay. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Marilyn. I like that name.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty name too. Yeah.
But then she wanted to be called Mary. I think it was because Dad wanted her
to be called.
And
she was and Mary's very.
She was my husband's favorite.
Yeah, that's kind of Daniel. I love you, Natalie. You're not my favorite. I don't want to say that, but
well,
you have a special place.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that was the hardships we went through.
Sure.
With the in-laws, but it turned out okay. I got to love that woman.
Sure.
I really did because I prayed about it, and the good Lord was good to me. And I used to go over there and help her iron or help her do things and kind of made her know that I wanted to help her.
Yeah, that you cared about her.
I loved her, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Now, do you remember, not to change the subject, but before I forget, Dad tells me a story about how when he was playing football, he broke his leg or broke his arm, or
oh yeah, he broke his leg.
he did.
Yes. And I took him to this doctor, bone doctor,
Mm-hmm.
forget his name, but it was a good doctor. And, but it was always me. I had to take the kids always to the doctor.
You were bringing them.
And even Marilyn, when she was operated on her hip,
Oh.
yeah, was Anita that caught my eye to it. She said, Mom, there's something wrong with Marilyn's hip. She said, it's higher than the other one.
Okay.
So you better take her to a specialist, she said. There was always Anita that helped me.
She was the firstborn.
Yeah, she helped me to, diagnose the whatever the kids had.
Yeah.
Like the Lord was working through her,
Sure.
That's how I figured
Yeah,
it.
you had your extra set of eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I took Marilyn to the doctors, and he said she needs an operation, but not now. When she gets into her teens, he said, in another year or so, she's going to have an operation.
I never knew this. Okay.
Yeah, otherwise it'll turn into cancer.
Oh.
Yeah. So we took her, and she had the operation, and Nita was with me all the time. She was by my side there all the time. And I'm telling you, I was working at Killian's at the time.
What was? It was a manufacturing.
Yes,
plant.
on Bernadette.
Bernadette, yeah.
It was,
It's still there today.
yes,
Yeah.
it is. Yes, I was working in there, doing the assembly line there,
Okay.
and and Marilyn was in the hospital, and I couldn't eat. I couldn't do anything. Just thinking about that kid. You know how?
Yeah.
You're thinking about your child.
It's consuming
in the
all
hospital,
your energy. Yeah.
and all I would do was cry, and
Oh.
the girls would say, she's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right. And she was.
So now, so that you bring up another topic with working at Killian's.
Yeah.
So the jobs that you held over your life, what did you do for work? You worked at Killian's, obviously.
Yeah, I worked at Killian's, and I worked at, you mean after I got married?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then I did work at Camilla's Cutlery. I went back to work
we
on
just drove
there.
by that yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't driven by it before.
Oh, I
It's
worked
the building's still there.
there. We all worked there,
Overgrown. It's not much
in
of a building.
Killian, in Pacbook.
Camilla's Cutlery.
Camilla's Cutlery.
Yeah.
With my brother Tony, and
Wait, now, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your train of thought, but so we didn't talk about this. How many brothers and sisters do you have? You had
I had
Anna, Mary,
yeah, Ann and Mary.
Ann and Mary.
And then I had Jim and Tony and
Peter.
Peter and Sam.
Wow.
4 brothers.
4 brothers,
Yeah.
2 sisters,
Yeah.
and yourself.
Yeah, and myself. There was 7 of us.
7 together.
Yeah,
Okay.
in the family.
So you were saying you
But
all worked.
we would have had. My mother lost a little 2-year-old girl
Oh,
from polio.
oh.
That was
Which is
before-
common then.
Yeah. That was before I was born and before my sister Mary was born.
Oh.
Then when Mary was born, my sister Mary, they named her after the one that they
They
lost.
lost. Oh.
It was tough. My mother lost 2 children. She had, what do you call it, when you lose a child?
Oh, miscarriage.
Miscarriages. She had several miscarriages. And then she lost a little girl. Yeah.
So you were saying you all worked at Camilla's Cutlery.
Well, it was my brother Tony always worked there. My brother-in-law Nick worked there for many years, besides being a farmer. My
That's
sister-
Ann's husband. Yeah.
My sister Ann worked there. And so there was quite a few of us that worked there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember any other work that you had other than?
And then that's when I think after that, I don't remember. I used to babysit a lot for other people
Okay,
to make
yeah.
a few dollars.
Sure. Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, and so then I got this job in the school district.
Webster.
Yeah, Webster School, all the schools. I worked in all the schools. They used to change me, whatever school they needed me for. I used to.
There's a picture of you and Aunt Molly, is it?
No.
You and who did you work
At
with?
Webster School.
I don't remember. There's just a picture of you and another woman, and I
Yeah,
thought
that was Florence.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that was
okay.
Florence. They're all dead now. All those people I worked with.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, in the school district.
Did you
yeah.
tell them when you worked at the dry cleaners? in
Oh yeah, I
Newport?
forgot to tell you. I worked at the dry cleaners.
Where was that?
It was at the corner of Darlington Road there on Court Street.
Oh,
There was a dry cleaners
Oh.
there.
oh. Where there's a gas station now, or
Yeah.
okay.
hmm And I used to be the presser. I used to press the clothes.
Wow.
It used to be 110 degrees when you walked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it's hot.
Yeah, it was hot. Yeah. And so it was there that I hurt my head here.
What
I
did,
got a scar here. And I had to go and have stitches. I don't know how many stitches I had here. And it's still got it. Maybe you can see it.
a little bit, yeah,
It's still there. So I got $300 for that.
So I got.
I never saw it.
Where did it go?
Grandpa took it.
Yeah, that's how it was in
For
there.
his for his gambling down.
Oh.
I mean,
He liked
I
to.
wasn't tough enough then,
Well, yeah.
I was.
Not many women were at that time.
No,
That wasn't
no.
a time when women
Yeah.
had a voice so much.
Yeah.
What did you like to He liked to play cards, or what did he like?
Well, he liked to go to the horse race. He played cards quite a bit, you know. Yeah. And he just stay overnight lots of times.
So okay, so we're on that topic. What you told me before we sat down? You mentioned you're going to tell me about the black hand.
Oh, the black hand.
You were probably teasing a little bit, but
Teasing who?
me about
Oh,
the black
yeah.
hand, or no? Maybe
Yeah,
you're
but
serious.
I can remember my father used to always talk about the black
Black
hand. And people wondered what the black hand is, but it's something like the mafia today.
Yep.
But in Sicily, Italy, it was running rampant.
Yeah. It ran the country.
Yeah. So my father and mother, I think that's why they came here
To get away from
to
the
get
black
away
hand.
from that. Yeah.
Now, were they from Sicily originally?
Yes.
Where-
they
where-
were right from Sicily.
Where do you know where in Sicily?
At the boot. Where's that? At the
Yeah,
boot,
I don't know.
Down in the boot.
I don't know very much of Sicily.
Yeah,
But
I never.
I know the name Syracuse, where the city we're in. Obviously,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
in Sicily. That
Yeah.
comes from Sicily.
But,
So, how old were your parents when they came over? Kids, or were they
they
grown?
were. They had to be young because Uncle Pete and Uncle Sam, I think, they were both born out there,
Oh,
and I think they brought them over.
so they were already married and together when they came over.
Oh yeah,
They had
my
already
mother-
started a family.
Oh yeah, my mother and father, yes.
Wow.
And then they saw Ellis Island,
Yeah.
the famous Ellis
Which
Island.
I'm 33 years old and I want to make a
And
trip
I
there.
read a book on that, and oh, how horrible it was for those people who traveled.
The conditions.
And those,
Just
terrible.
Sardines in a can.
Oh, sickness.
Yeah.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah. I got to imagine that not
Yeah.
a lot of people survived, but a
Yes,
few people probably
yes.
perished.
And then when they got to Ellis Island, then they had to all be examined.
Mm-hmm.
And those that were sick, they couldn't stay here.
Mm.
I don't know what happened. They had to either send them back or what, I don't know. But, well, it was hard. It was hard for our generations.
Well, you grew up in a time when
Yeah.
when food was rationed, when
Yes,
you had
yes.
talk about the stamps that you used
Yes,
to have, or
yes. We used to use green stamps and coffee. We couldn't get coffee. It was, but the government would issue peanut butter and, things like that.
Flour.
At that time, flour. the welfare,
Yeah.
you know, would supply
The
real
the hungry
yeah,
people.
the hungry, you know. But I can remember the soup lines, you know, it was
Yeah.
terrible. The Depression days.
You probably don't remember having many pairs of shoes as a kid. You probably had.
I never had a new pair of shoes. My poor father, he used to have to go to these, you know, what do you call them?
Like a thrift, like
Thrift stores,
yeah.
yeah, to get
like
our
a Salvation
shoes.
Army. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if that's why I'm wearing a brace today.
Oh, maybe. Maybe because you never had a good pair of shoes that fit you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, God, yeah. I didn't know what a new dress was. You know, in them days, I didn't.
And today it's excessive.
Oh, it is.
People have more than they
Yeah,
need.
they have
It's
more
gone
than
from one
enough.
extreme to
And
the other.
Yeah, I think that's why I appreciate what
Sure.
I get today. And what
Yeah,
I
you-
had.
You
yeah,
value what you spend
Yeah.
your money on
Yeah.
more
I think-
differently.
Yeah.
So now today, well, when we were growing up as kids,
Yeah.
You had your driver's license, and then and you began to drive a little bit.
Yes, I did.
And I remember the red. Do you remember this red
Oh, yeah.
Chrysler?
Oh, yeah.
You had that for a good, probably
While,
5 years more.
Yeah. Well, Dad was in the car dealership at that time.
Okay.
I mean, Tampa. And he used to get all these cars, you know, and use them, you know.
Yep.
And,
But when I was a kid in high school and even out of high school, I'd say you had this little 4-door.
Yeah.
It was the smallest little car, 4 doors, Chrysler. I wish I could remember the name of it. But you used to drive that thing all over the place.
I used to pick you up
You-
at school
I think you used to
at
pick.
Henniger.
I think you
with
may
that.
have a few times. Yeah.
Yes, I did, because Mom used to call me from work and she'd say, would you go pick up the kids at the school?
I think you may have. Yeah.
And I didn't have that much confidence in my driving. You know, I don't know.
And Anita doesn't like driving the highway. Remember,
Yeah,
right? Isn't
yeah.
that true? Yeah.
She takes after me in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I used to pick these up in that little
You did,
car.
but we used to pick you up every Sunday to go to
Go
church.
to church, yes.
And what did you used to bring in the car?
Oh,
Do you
my
remember?
God.
You remember? You used to bring in the car with you for us on the ride up.
Yes. What was
You
this?
bring the newspaper,
Pretzels.
you
wasn't
get
it?
combo snacks.
Combo,
They were pretzels
combo.
filled with cheese, and sometimes
Yes.
peanut M&Ms.
Mm-hmm. M&Ms, yes, sometimes.
Sometimes M&Ms.
I used to love to bring you through the
You did.
streets.
Yeah, it's very giving. Yeah. And in the sports and comics section of the paper,
Yeah,
and we drive to church,
yeah.
and then and sometimes I would leave early, or no, you would bring me, you would drop me off at Eckerd because I used to work at Eckerd, the late afternoon shift at Eckerd. But
I don't remember that.
yeah, used to drop after church. I'd get dropped off, and then somebody come pick me up at 6. But for us at that time, we look forward to that every day.
Oh,
We
yeah.
look forward to that
Yeah.
that morning, that part of that morning every day.
Yeah, I know I did. At least I saw you kids more.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But we used to get together quite a bit on Sundays at the house. You used to
Yes.
cook.
Yeah.
You used to have on the table a grater and a block of cheese with every macaroni meal. And today we don't do that, and I wish we did because there's nothing like grating your own cheese.
You know, I was thinking of that yesterday or the day before when I was making something with the grated cheese.
Oh, were you?
Yes, I took that box of grated cheese and I remembered the block of cheese
Yes,
we used to
always
use.
Parmesan. You know?
That's the way I grew up. You
Yeah.
know, when my father used to buy the.
And I used to love when you would make the rotelli shell, the spiral.
Oh yeah.
I don't know why. I still do, I guess. But your sauce and
It's
the,
his favorite
yeah.
macaroni.
Oh, is it Dad's?
Yeah.
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 That's Yeah, your sauce. There's something about the sauce, the bread that you used to put out.
Oh, I don't know. Was
Oh.
it just?
It
I
was
think it was
so
just
nice.
happiness that we had
Yeah.
as a family when we got together. And Grandpa would just sit there, just
Watching
very
TV.
quiet. I mean, at the table.
Oh, yeah.
At the table, very quiet. I know he was proud,
Yeah,
but he would never express himself.
yeah.
Never.
Yeah, that's the way he was. Yeah. But he grew up in a different time too, when
Yes,
when men
yes.
didn't really express themselves in many ways. They were very guarded.
Yes, they
They
were.
always showed strength and not weakness.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
But I used to love sitting at the kitchen table in the kitchen. I remember that stone slab countertop that you
Yeah,
had right up
yes.
above it was
Yeah.
you get the glasses for drinking water.
Yeah, and he did all that.
Yeah, and I guess he did the
All the way up. all
yes,
that.
and Uncle John was saying he did the fireplace in their living. That's beautiful. Beautiful work. Yes.
Because he had built one similar to that in this great restaurant in Camillus. I don't know. Do you remember the fireplace Dad built in this restaurant?
What restaurant
Yeah,
was it? Yeah, what restaurant was it? Tim. He's this guy that I want to snowplow.
Raphael's?
No. In Camillus?
Oh, Top of the Hill.
Top of the Hill restaurant.
Oh, Top of the
That's
Hill?
what
He
it
did the
was.
fireplace there?
Yeah, it's still
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
beautiful, beautiful fireplace. And of course, then he used to work with Uncle Rocky as construction, building stairs,
Okay.
building steps out of concrete. Used to work with the concrete a lot. After a while, he did get along with Uncle Rocky.
Oh, really?
Uncle Rocky was the boss, and that was it.
Oh,
They
no.
both
Grandpa
wanted to
didn't
be
like
the
that,
boss.
probably.
They both wanted to be the boss.
While Uncle Rocky had his newsstand, did they talk or were they friendly? Or
Oh yeah, when he had the newsstand.
They were
yeah,
friendly.
they-
And of course, you worked. This is going backwards a little bit, but you helped out at Grandpa's newsstand in Eastwood.
Yeah, I did. I helped out. I was working in the school system at the time.
Oh, you were working.
I was working every
Wow.
day, and so I couldn't help him. He hired Agnes,
Oh.
Joe,
Okay.
to help him work there.
And who were
But I would
Agnes
go
and
every.
how did he know Agnes and Joe, or how did you guys know Agnes?
Uh, well, he knew them because they lived right there in near James Street,
Okay.
and he got to know Joe very well.
Okay.
Then he got to know Agnes.
Okay. And they would help out.
Yeah, they worked. Yeah.
Dad and I used to drop off the papers early in the morning.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God.
Get us up early in the morning to drop
Yeah.
off those papers, and Grandpa.
Oh, my God.
We'd always get a cup of hot chocolate and never finish it. And he'd always remind us that we never finished it. But
But you
I-
always got a donut or something.
we did a donut, hot chocolate, and I swear Grandpa's coming out at me when Natalie doesn't finish her milk, or it reminds me every time because I always mention it to her. If I only give her a little bit, she'll say why. I'll tell her it's because you don't finish it. Once you finish that, you can have more.
Yeah, that was good.
But that newsstand,
yeah.
I love that
I
newsstand.
used to go and scrub the floors for him all the time, clean everything, on weekends. I used to do all the cleaning up for him. And then I'll never forget when he was in the hospital. And,
He had the newsstand at the time, or no?
Yeah, he
Okay.
had a slight stroke.
Oh.
And it was ice.
Well, he was a heavy smoker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was ice. Roads were all ice. And so he, when I went to see him in the hospital, he says, you better go to the store, he said, and find out how they're doing, he said. Because, I'm here and they're
Somebody's
there.
got to watch out.
Yeah, somebody's got to watch out for them. So, and all that icy roads and everything. Here I was scared stiff to
Driving.
drive to the store. stepped Arlington Road. And oh my God, I prayed all the way up there. I just,
You do you remember
finally
getting
got
there?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got there.
Did you stay for a little while?
Yeah,
or
I stayed for a while.
Yeah.
And, but, it turned out okay. He came home. He went back to work.
He was always working. He wasn't somebody to.
Yeah, well, I know, that's true. He
He always did
tried
something.
to work,
Yeah.
yeah. He opened that little store to kind of make up for the years that he then never paid income tax.
Yeah.
So that's why he opened that little store.
Oh, into Social Security.
Yeah,
Social Security. Yeah.
And so that's how he,
To try to collect
yeah,
Social Security.
yeah, that's how he collected the Social Security.
Ah.
Thank God that he did. Even though Dad and I and us, we all didn't want him to be selling those.
The magazines. Yes, I remember that conversation. Yeah, no, but there wasn't a lot of support around the nudie magazines.
Oh, well, lots of fun.
It goes by quick, huh?
Yes, it did.
Goes by fast.
Went by fast.
But you're in great health. You have maybe great. I don't know, but you look wonderful.
I'm the oldest, the youngest one in the family. I'm the only one in the family left.
So let's see. You'll be not 90
I'll be 90 in March.
March. And
Oh well.
is there any particular time, like for me right now, raising the kids, having young kids, and watching them grow up has been just an unexpected pleasure. I never would have imagined that it brought as much happiness as it does.
That's right. That's right. Yes. That's right.
How, when you think back on, is there a particular time that you enjoyed or you reminisce or go back in your thoughts on more than others?
Yeah, when first several years on Darlington Road, we got along beautifully. He had the job as manager in the bowling alley.
Oh, yeah. He was a good bowler.
But he worked nights,
Okay.
and I'd never see him.
Okay.
I slept all day and worked nights. But then he came home. He was having a nervous breakdown because he couldn't take it anymore.
Working nights.
And so I made him quit the job right there
good.
and then.
Good for you.
Right there and then I called up his boss and I said, I'm sorry, but my husband's not coming back to work anymore. I said, sick man,
Yeah.
And he was so relieved.
It took so much pressure off.
Yeah, then after that, we had a pretty tough,
But
then that's when he went to work for Uncle Rocky.
oh, okay.
Made good money.
But you were happy that there was no.
Yeah, we were.
There wasn't any stress from him having to work those late hours.
He loved working with his hands.
Yeah. Well, he was obviously very good at it.
Loved working.
Remember that he did a couple things later on. He did the piece with the Final Supper. Remember that, the beads?
Yeah.
And then he did the family history.
Yes.
Remember
yes,
he
yes,
did the family tree. Do
I
you
got
still
that
have that?
in my closet. I got
Wow.
that, the family tree, and Mary's got the Last Supper.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Good. That's good that you still have it around.
She kept that.
Yeah.
And, so it went well. I could say that I was treated good.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you've been an amazing role model for your kids and
I
your
just did what I had
grandkids.
to do.
And
That's all I did.
that's probably the best role model that we could have asked for. No doubt. Hands down.
Yeah. It was just something I had to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
But
gotta.
it's- Because I loved all my kids.
Yeah.
Each and every one. And all my grandchildren. I always rave about my grandchildren.
It goes to show it's not the money in the bank account.
No.
It's the family at the kitchen table, man.
And I've
Another way
been
of putting it.
blessed. I've been blessed. Look at the great grandchildren I have.
And great, yeah, your great grandchildren. I know.
I've been blessed.
Okay.
Hey.
Sounded like a really fun time.